back to another video, you guys. This morning I woke up and my wife was on the phone with I think one of our new subscribers, actually based out of Pennsylvania, and they were asking questions about the business. So thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Another Grant Appliances in Utah video, and she was just sharing some of the things that she shared. And as I'm driving to do a pickup of a brand new dryer to go install, rent to own, I figure I'll just do a little status update for the viewers. So we're creeping up on, for Ashley and I, after paying taxes and tithing, creeping up on $4,000 a month in monthly cash flow, which is pretty awesome. My brother, he's been wanting to get to $2,000 a month, and now he's a little bit over that, about $2,100, which is just fantastic. But yeah, that $4,000, technically like $4,044 when I was working in IT previously as a product manager. Every paycheck was about that much after taxes and tithing. And so hitting that first milestone of surpassing and reaching that is going to be pretty awesome. So looking forward to that. And we're 5 scheduled and delivered installs away from that as of right now. So who knows, by the end of this week we might crack that number. We had 3 installs scheduled and booked yesterday, almost 4, but then the guy was like, well, let me talk to my wife, and he was kind of all over the place, asking about new versus used, and rent versus rent to own, and it was a little chaotic. And he shared all his information like right up front, but then just didn't commit, which happens. You're gonna get those where I was kind of teasing my wife, like sometimes you just get the install and they don't have like any questions and they're just ready to book immediately, and that's it. And then they book within like a minute. That's like 95% of the bookings that we get. It's just they call, they have a couple questions, and then after the call they text over their information and we get them on the schedule, just get them installed. So yeah, so that's usually how it goes. But sometimes you have back and forth and we do follow up. So a little tip or trick is we try and do at least 7 touches with new leads. And so Ashley will put them in the spreadsheet and the number of times that they've been contacted, and then after the 7th time we just set the lead as dead and move on, don't contact them anymore. But in theory, after you do 7 touches, the trust is there better and people do business with you. So if you're not following up with your leads consistently, make sure you're doing that. Just get a little spreadsheet. Each time you contact them, change the cell number from 3 to 4. Then contact them again a day later, 4 to 5, and so on and so forth. And then at the very end, I would recommend throwing out an offer of 10% if you book the same day, or 50% off your first month, or just whatever, just to give them a little incentive, carrot dangled, and you did your best, you tried your best. So I would do that, and that goes for any business, right? You should always dangle that carrot. So yeah, this morning I bought some shelves from Walmart yesterday and built those shelves, just little plastic $26 shelves, four levels. Put extra hoses and cords and cleaning supplies and spray paint and extra parts for the electric dolly and washer discharge hoses, because it was all just a jumbled pile of mess. Plus I just had stuff that I've been hanging on to that I just bought over the last 6 months, and just like finally cleaned it out. Like my neighbor was super nice. They let us borrow their over-the-shoulder single strap beefy boy, but I took that back to him because I have the same shoulder straps in my toolbox on the trailer, and just hadn't gotten around to getting it back to him. And so finally got that space cleaned up. Now that's all situated, I need to actually clean it. We replaced our roof on the garage because our insurance wanted us to. We were going to cancel the insurance, and all the granules from the shingles when they were tore off just, of course, fell through the underlayment and plywood boards. And so that's all over the garage. So I need to vacuum that up, clean that up, so it's not gross and nasty in there. So that's another thing worked on. One thing that has been nice with this going to pick up this washer or this dryer right now is I've set up an account with them, and if I call ahead of time, they will create my invoice, do the purchase order. They will have the warehouse pick the piece and just basically have it ready for me. So when I get there, they just load it up and I head out and I pay the bill later. So if you can do that with your wholesaler distributors, saves you some time instead of waiting around for them to create the paperwork and pull your stuff. You can just call ahead and we'll have it ready for you. So I would recommend doing that. Another thing we're going to do, I figured out in the last week or two, is paying sales tax to the state. Stripe has some integrations that will auto file and submit your sales tax for you, but it's pretty expensive. It's like one person was $90 a month. $90 a month, not a year. $90 a month. So like over $1,000 a year to submit your taxes for you. And I know there's a temptation to just press the easy button and have them do it for you, but like once you go and call your state tax commission people and say, hey, I need to pay my taxes, where do I go, what do I do? And they'll show you exactly where to go, what the steps are, what to fill out. And what is nice about Stripe is it will show you the exact same values and field names of what you need to pay on the tax report. And so it's like foolproof, easy, like you can't mess it up for putting in the right numbers, because Stripe does it for you and then the state matches. So don't be afraid of filing your sales taxes. Make sure you're collecting sales tax, because it on a month, quarterly, and annual basis adds up to thousands of dollars a year. Once you're like we for Q4, yeah, because we haven't finished Q1 just yet. We will in a couple weeks, or about a week. But Q4 was about $500-600 for us to pay sales tax, and so I went and took screenshots of every single step and explained what it is and put it in a Google Docs. One, I don't forget, but two, my wife, she can also go in and pay the bill if ever she wants to take that off my plate or needs to. So, yeah, that's sales tax. What else is going on? Oh, another tip. I would go to apartments.com and I would turn on the filter settings so that it shows all apartments and townhouses and yada yada with washer dryer hookups, and then create your list of those people, name of the complex, address, phone number, and then on your spreadsheet add a field for email, notes, drop complex, and what else do we have on there? I think that's it. And then you just call through each apartment complex and you say, hey, this is Brock with Rent Appliances in Utah. Your apartments.com listing shows you have washer dryer hookups in your units. Do you also provide the machines, or do tenants have to bring their own? And they'll say, yeah, we provide them, or no, we don't. If they provide them, you say, okay, sounds good. Sounds like you're all good to go. Then you'll ask, do you have any other sister complexes or other people that could use help with washer dryer rental? Most of the time they won't say anybody, but sometimes they'll refer you to somebody to go talk to. So I would try to remember to do that. And then for those that don't offer the machines, you just say, yeah, well, we help apartments offer washer dryers at no cost to the complex. And we do that through two methods. One is revenue share, and the other is just a simple referral partnership. With both options, we of course handle the purchase, delivery, install, maintenance, and repair of the machines. And with revenue share, obviously, we just share a portion of the revenue for each unit that's rented out. And then the partnership one is hands off and just simple. We email over our flyer that you then include in your move-in packet, and then tenants contact us directly to book their install. And so that's what I would say. And then they would say, oh yeah, we're not interested, or oh yeah, go ahead and send that over, or I'll have my manager look at it. And then that way you guys can build up your repeat referral business for washer dryer people in your area, instead of just always paying for ads on Google or Facebook or door hangers or whatever. And then for the ones that of course have washer dryer hookups, but they don't want you to send over their information and they don't provide the machines, you could go drop it. Your call on whether or not you would respect their wishes, because if they say, yeah, don't drop door hangers, or we're not interested, your call about going to drop it. You may eke out some or a bunch or whatever, so just use your discretion on whether or not you go drop door hangers if they say they have hookups but no machines, and if they say they don't want you to drop door hangers, which is also something you can ask during call. So because we've been calling on this list of about 150 people in the last couple weeks, and have gotten a dozen complexes identified that we can go drop door hangers at, and have had that many or more ask for us to send over our flyer. So I imagine some of them will include it and some won't. But it's a 1 minute to 3 to 5 minute phone call, and then that in theory generates free leads and free revenue for the rest of the time you do your business. So I would try doing that. One thing we haven't tried yet, but we're going to try, is just reaching out to other rental companies and letting them know, hey, if you ever want to sell, we're interested in buying out your customer base, and we'll take over servicing their machines and answering their phone calls, yada yada yada. So that's something we're gonna try, just to see if we can get a batch of them, because this business is capital intensive. Like, this takes a lot of money. We've been going about 6.5 months, and we didn't have a company vehicle or a trailer, but between that and all the machines and marketing and insurance and whatever, we've spent about 70 grand, so about 10 grand a month. And so yeah, if you can find other people that already have done all the legwork and have the customers, and you just gotta buy them, then that might be a viable route. So all right, we are here at my pickup. I'm gonna go get this machine loaded up on my trailer. Like and subscribe, comment below if you have any questions. We'll see you on the next one.